Talk show, Bears victory, man.
Caleb sucks. Caleb sucks. Caleb sucks. He should have had 7 touchdowns today. Caleb sucks. Get out of here. Cut it out. Cut it
I
out.
like to thank everybody who tuned in.
Like Doc said, trust the process.
Right.
Trust the process.
Thank everybody who tuned in tonight to Bears Banter Talk Show. My name's Bernard Muhammad. We got Jay Beasley, Plank, Keith Floyd, Noy, and Dr. Quick. And Guy may be running a little bit late. Hey, what's going on?
I'm feeling
Another
good.
Bears victory.
Another Bears victory. The sweet sound of the victory, man. Ain't nothing like a victory Sunday, man.
Hey, winning the game in London and then have to fly back on a bye week with a lot of injuries to the secondary, well, guys to hit well, I'll take it all day long, man. I will take it all day.
Okay.
Yeah, my biggest problem today was figuring out what time the game was and trying to get my set up. I'm like, is it 8 what? So it was worth it though, man. My whole day goes better. My whole week actually goes better when the Bears get a win.
Hey. I tell people, a Bears victory. If I can go to church and then get a Bears victory, my whole week just starts off so great. It starts off so great, man. And today was a day I got up this morning and I was like, okay, 8:30. I'm like, all right, let's do this. And they did it. They did it. And Lee, like Coach Boone said, Lee, no doubt. They did it, man. They did it today. And 4-2 going into a bye week, that's good. That is really good.
Yeah, hey, Quick is always one over the last few years have been saying trust the process. Quick, what do you think about a game like today? Because it definitely looked like the process that you're talking about is starting to come to fruition.
Well, man, I'm still over here disappointed because who does this guy think he is to come in here and throw for 4 touchdowns, man? That's not gonna get it here in Chicago. You can't beat nobody throwing for 4 touchdowns, man. It's not gonna happen. I'm trying to be patient with the process, but I just don't like it right now. It don't look good. It just don't look good. The guy come in here throw for 300 yards, man. And I don't know what we're gonna do, man. We need to figure out something. We may have the first draft pick of next year's draft the way we play, man. People say, hey man, we ain't playing nobody. I know y'all right, man. We ain't playing nobody. We only playing NFL pros that made it to the league and you was a rec ball player in Park District. But I just don't like what we're doing right now. I just can't wait till we get to the grades. Everybody getting the F.
I love it.
It seems like to me that the Jaguars have at least 2 number 1 draft choices on their team. One on offense, Trevor Lawrence, and one on defense. So this whole we're not playing anybody and all of that, they got to go out the window at some point. It's every given Sunday. Not only did we win today, we beat the pants off of these dudes today. So
Plank, that don't count, man. They ain't won a playoff game in 2 years, man. That don't count.
And not only that, the Jaguars was 1-4 coming in. So if we beat them, it don't matter. It don't matter if we beat them because they 1-4. So
I remember being with Bernard at the cigar bar a couple years ago. We was watching the Jaguars play the Chargers, man. And I don't know how they won that game, but Trevor Lawrence ended up winning the playoff game, and they just ain't good. I don't understand. If you win a playoff game in the NFL, you still trash. I don't know.
The amazing thing about it is Chicagobears have not been a good team for the last several years. And so I'm not sure, like over recently, at least this year, how all of a sudden we supposed to be teams. We was the team that everybody's waiting to play up, right? So all of a sudden this year, people tried to diminish the wins, right? By saying, "Oh, they were supposed to be." Well, we're supposed to be the Colts. We didn't beat the Colts, so it's no guarantee you're gonna beat the team that you as a fan or may look at and say you might beat because all professional on that side. Only thing I can say is if you have a little bit better edge on the team, then you should go out and demolish them, which that's what the Bears did today. They demolished that team and they left no doubt that they were the better teams. And I like what they put on films because guess what? Other people in the league, they're not looking at them saying they beat the Jaguars. They're looking at and saying, man, 7-11 Cole Kmet. We can't let Brown open like that. Man, is Kenan Allen gonna be open like that? Man, you know what I'm saying? That is Swift gonna be catching balls and running like that on us, right? That makes the team say, who do we want to take out of the game? Right now, it's too many people.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Bernard. You talking about is Kenan Allen gonna be open like that? No, because guess what? He wasn't open today. He wasn't open. But them passes that he caught today, those were Caleb Williams passes.
Oh, don't start that, Jay.
Hey, bro. Let me tell you something. For a rookie, man, look. For a rookie to place those balls on those 2 touchdown passes that Kenan Allen had today, that's next level. That's next level.
No,
that is next level.
He actually threw another touchdown pass to Keenan Allen that didn't count before that. He hit him right on the pylon, and they took that first one away. So he was definitely targeting Keenan Allen.
Hey. But you know what? I digress. Let's get on with the show, man. I digress. Let's get on with the show.
Man had 6 incompletions out of 29 passes, man. and 3 of them he threw away just so he wouldn't get sacked. What are y'all talking about, man?
I digress.
I believe, like all the rest of the Bears fans, that this man is trash.
He's trash.
Hey, I'd like to say what we just is reading and down at the bottom of the screen. Caleb Williams went 23 of 29, 226 passing yards, 4 TDs, 1 INT, quarterback rating of 124.4, which was even better than it was last week. Rushed for 56 yards, and like Quick just said, Caleb Williams, out of the 6 passes he threw, 3 of them was throwaways, and I could kind of show you that 3 of them was throwaways. Targeted Kmet 5 times, 5 completions, 70 yards. He targeted Kenneth Allen 5 times, 5 completions, 41 yards. He targeted Rome Odunze twice, 2 catches, 40 yards. He targeted DJ Swift 4 times, 4 receptions, 28 yards. He targeted Roschon Johnson 3 times, 2 receptions, so that's 1 miss, 28 yards. DJ Moore, we know that was the 1 pick. He targeted him 5 times, 4 receptions, 20 yards. Mercedes Lewis, targeted once, caught once. Gerald Evans, 1 target, 0 catches.
He's the only one that catch a pass. The 40-year-old was the only one that didn't catch a pass. Yep. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. But that's okay. You know what? That's okay. People can say what they want to. You know, it's over the last 5 or 6 years, the Bears lose the teams that they're supposed to beat. They have won games that we didn't think they would win. Overall, the game does count, and we will take the dub. Absolutely, baby, bro. We'll take the dub. But when I texted you earlier today, you was all like, well, they supposed to beat this team because they won at 4. Let me tell you something. It's all about who's on the schedule. And as long as you continue to get better with this kid has done every week, man, I'm telling I just want people to understand if they go from week 1 to week 6 and see the progress that this kid has had. How many rookies? I watched Jaden Daniels today. How many rookies do y'all see coming up to the line, calling out protections, changing plays? This kid is special, and I'm telling y'all, we got what we need. And I'm telling you, if Ryan Poles can continue to build his team now from the inside out, this could get real scary. But everybody want to talk about JF1. I digress.
Hey, I tell you what,
Hey.
couple highlights. The Bears, this is a 3-game winning streak, so never look down on that in the NFL. That's always a good thing. Also, this is the second time, 2 games in a row, and the first time since the 1950s that the Bears got 5 touchdowns on offense. Let that sink in. The Bears are playing rarefied air, so everybody that's jumping on the bandwagon, it's getting a little heavy. But if y'all want to get on here, so be it. We'll take y'all. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off quick.
No, we don't want y'all. We don't want y'all. We don't want y'all. 12 straight games. This defense has not given up 20 points going back to last year. And actually, this was a home game, quote unquote. If we want to get technical, quote unquote, we won 9 or 10 straight home games. Man, cut it out, man.
Yeah,
cut it out. I don't understand. I don't understand what Bears fans want. I really don't. I don't understand what real Bears fans want.
They don't know. They don't know what they want.
They want to be the Cowboys. That's America's team. Everybody talking about that don't ever win nothing.
That's getting blown out right now. At home. That's getting blown out right now.
What you got, quick?
Man. So here's the real bad part about the success that we had. It takes 2, 3, 4 years for a rebuild to really sink in. And we've had some early success with this rebuild. So everybody, Super Bowl or bust. Hey, man, cut it out. Hold on. Look, this ain't even the whole team that's going to really be here in the end. Some of these guys are here. That we got to rebuild the offensive line. And, hey, that offensive line today,
yeah,
man,
I don't know what kind of food. They must have had some London McDonald's or something. But these dudes look totally different today. Like, I was trying to figure out, like, hold on, who was that again? I mean, because Jacksonville usually has a pretty decent defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so they were blocked. Even I was texting y'all and I said, man, I watched the on-field interview with Caleb Williams after the game, and he was talking about the offensive line. He was like, man, we just getting better and better. And that's the scary part. And everybody wants everything right now.
Right now.
And this thing is building. The last couple games we scored over 35 points.
Yeah.
And we have not had we've gotten the takeaways, but we've gotten 35 points without the defense scoring. In the past, when we got those turnovers, we could only get field goal.
Yeah.
That's the difference in having a running back with an arm versus a quarterback that can run. Those are different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, quick. I made a similar comment. I'd rather have a quarterback that's athletic versus I'd rather have a quarterback that's athletic than to have an athlete playing quarterback. Yeah, I made that comment earlier, and that's the truth because that's the difference. And I said offensive line is definitely improving, and I believe the taking out Nate Davis has given guys opportunity to play. And they're rising to the occasion, but I'm not going to dismiss 2 things. One is running the ball more, and 2, when your quarterback comes to the line of scrimmage and points out any like somebody's in the A gap or look like this guy's coming, it's a whole lot different than a guy going up to the line of scrimmage and he doesn't even point out who the mic is. And then you get hit, and then people are like, oh, you're running for your life. Maybe you're getting hit because you're not helping the offensive line identify or change protections. So that's some of the progress you're seeing too with the Bears because they're getting to the line much faster and is also giving them chance to look at it and audible to play, which is so important. What you got, Jay?
And not only that, I've always said when you have the NFL, you have those first 4 games, you as a coach, you go back and you be like, okay, this ain't working. What's gonna work now? Shane Waldron has changed the entire blocking scheme, which has helped this offensive line and the quarterback. He's like, okay, I don't have the athletes to get to the second level. I want y'all to block, get to the second level. No. Hat on hat. Let's run the football. Because if you hat on hat and run the football and you have success, that's when the play action comes. And I'm telling y'all, that first touchdown to Cole Kmet, I like the play. It's unconventional. It really is. When you do a double fake pump twice and still got a man running down the field by himself, it takes the running game and the blocking scheme to actually make that play come to fruition. And my hat goes off right now to Shane Waldron for listening to the captains who brought him in to be like, okay, you know what? We don't like this. Let's run this. Let's run that. So hats off to him, man, because that's big. And it's showing up. 35 plus points in the last 2 weeks. I'll take it.
Hey, I want to acknowledge that Keisha made a great point that the Bears are going to have to get the ball to Rome more. And I think it's common, so it's just all part of them getting the offense clicking and Rome getting more healthier because he is still, struggling with I'm sure that whatever injury he had, he's kind of playing through it. So great point. Hey, go ahead. I'm just showing some points that people.
But when you got 3 receivers like they got, it's like somebody gonna eat. Like today, Keenan Allen ate today. Ain't nobody. What? Keenan Allen? Keenan Allen ate today. DJ Moore ate last week. Rome Odunze has already had 100-yard game this year. So I don't care about what a ball going. As long as we're producing, that's my main concern. And as long as they can do that, like I saw DJ Moore come up to Keenan Allen after the post game, he was like, "My dog ate today. My dog ate." That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Couple points for you. Again, hats off to Shane Waldron. One of the things that we started really getting on him early in the year was we had to establish an identity for the Bears, and I think effectively he's done that. The Bears now have a running game. Hats off to DeAndre Swift. This guy has made the difference. That speed element that he's bringing to the game, that's very hard for everybody for the other team to actually keep up with. So hats off to him. Also, hats off to Chris Morgan. Who is he? He's the offensive lineman coach.
And the running game coordinator.
Any of the offensive linemen's names today, I didn't even know who really played or who didn't, which means the offensive line is basically doing their jobs anonymously, just keep hitting people in the mouth. I think they gave up a couple sacks, but they definitely controlled the game, controlled the line of scrimmage, and he definitely brought it. So Shane Waldron, at least it seems like he's a mad genius right now. Let's hope he continues to do things like that, and it keeps us ahead of the chains all the time.
I think 0. I believe it was 0 pre-snap penalties.
0.
Yeah,
last week it was 1. The game before was 7. That is important as well of one of the changes they made. And, I don't know if they got a couple of guys in the locker room and went old school on them and, grabbed them up in the collar or something. These guys are not jumping off sides or starting no more. Because
I actually think the Bears had 3 penalties the entire game, if I'm not mistaken. I think they had 3 penalties. And Jacksonville, a bad football team, they helped us out on one of them drives where they had like 3 defensive holding penalties in the secondary when we wasn't on our square. But those are the things that you take advantage of. And people want to, people want to be like, well, they helped us out. No, well, we took advantage. We took advantage.
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
and you also got to look at too. I'm sorry, Plank. You got to look at also when you have holding penalties. I know for sure one of them, Caleb was about to throw the ball, which actually led to him getting a sack because he saw the guy being hold, so he held the ball. So as defensive back, what do you want to do? You about to get burned. I'd rather hold than to give up
the
touchdown, right? Because at least if you hold,
Man, we don't do that.
You got to rerun the play.
We don't do that type of stuff, man. No, we don't do that, man. You just recover, man. Hey, let me give you an interesting stat though. Even when the Bears can't produce on offense and like a scoring drive or whatever, this dude Torrey Taylor had 2 punts and averaged 61.5 yards today. I mean, like, you can't even find a guy to do that. I mean, we talk about flipping the field, letting the defense come back out and playing, but that's a very, very, very astonishing stat for a punter. 61.5 average. That's crazy.
What you got playing?
A lot of people gonna talk about Jacksonville. They're a team that's going the wrong way. Actually, Jacksonville uses those London games as their get-right games. So if you look at their record every year that they go to London, they end up, going in like maybe 2-5. But after the London game, they end up being 13-6 or something crazy. So they end up playing good football. I think Doug Peterson already got fired like maybe 10 minutes ago. No, I don't know. But
what you got, Jay?
No, I was just gonna say, I texted out earlier. I was like, everybody talking about what Caleb doing, what Caleb doing. No. What this defense doing? Man, the Bears defense. You had Brisker out. Kyler Gordon got hurt mid-game. Granted, mid-game. But this defense is putting on a show right now. And people, as starving as we are in Chicago for an offensive team, we still cannot give this defense credit, man. This defense is dominating. They dominating.
Oh my God!
Okay, Blake. I'm sorry, Blake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna run a few clips. Quick. Oh, go ahead, quick.
Hey, real quick. Watching this Dallas game, think about this. Caleb's only played in 6 games. He's only 1 playoff win behind Dak Prescott.
Yep. I digress.
Well, we have just to run a few clips, and then we go back to
into the second quarter. There's Swift cutting back, and there's a first down run for Swift.
Good running.
Gain of 11.
Look at that, Nesbitt and Russell.
Williams, that's Rashawn Johnson. He takes it for a first down and more.
How many chunk plays
Johnson.
How many chunk plays did the Bears have today? Whether it was running or passing. How many chunk plays did this team have today? 18 yards, 19 yards, 20 yards, 22 yards.
That was great effort by Kmet right there. I mean, he caught the ball. Hold on, let's rewind that back. I mean, that was an awesome effort by Kmet.
Yeah,
y'all know the biggest thing about Kmet is that he catch passes, but he don't break tackles. Well, not today.
Right.
Not today. And he doubled as a long snapper.
Mm-hmm.
So he was on he was on double duty today.
Great catch by Rashawn Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Tip it to myself, get the first down.
Man, that's a dime to wrong.
People can say what they want to, man. They can say what they want to. But this kid is special. That pass that he rolled out and he wound up throwing it against his body back across the field for the first down. This kid is special.
You're right.
He's special, man. Look at that. And he's like, I ain't gonna go down. I'm not gonna go down. I'm still gonna try to get it. This kid is special, man. And I just want Bears fans. I want real Bears fans
Woo!
to just understand that. Guess what? We finally have a quarterback in Chicago. We got a quarterback in Chicago.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know. I'm still ain't sold yet, man. I need to see more.
I need to see more. I need to see more. I need to see more. I need to see more.
Four touchdowns. 4 touchdowns don't impress me, man.
Nope.
That's average.
It don't impress me either.
This throw right here, Jay. This throw right here is this is a throw where you got a great arm and you trust what you see.
And that's the thing about it, Bernard. You trust what you see. Because you know you got the arm to do it. But do you trust what you see? And the 2 touchdowns that Keenan Allen had today, those throws, rookies don't make those throws, man. They don't make those throws.
Veterans don't either.
Which is what I take y'all. Which is what I take y'all. I'm like, that's a veteran throw right there.
There go right there.
A lot of veterans. That throw right there, Jay. A rookie don't make that throw, man. A rookie does not make that throw because they don't trust it. Right. They don't trust that throw.
In the past, we always talked about getting the ball to tight windows and letting the receiver make a play.
Yep.
It didn't happen in the past, and now it's like this dude is putting the ball up on you.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
He's willing to take a chance.
This is different. This is different.
This that other throw to Keenan Allen.
Right here. Rookies don't make this throw, man.
That throw is crazy.
A rookie don't make that throw. A rookie don't make that.
No, you're right.
A rookie don't make that throw because if you make that throw as a rookie and you throwing it to a veteran, he's going to make sure he's going to catch that ball and his feet are going to be in bounds. And Keenan Allen, when he caught that ball, I was looking at him. I was like, oh, he looked down and be like, yep, I got my feet in. I got my feet in. This kid is special, man. And I just want people to recognize it. And I will beat the drum all year until we can finally get rid of the who versus who conversation. This kid is special. He got it. I just want y'all to acknowledge it and understand it, man.
Yeah, one of the things you see in games like this, and what matters is your quarterback is getting experience, right? And it doesn't matter who the opponent is, the game starts slowing down for him. And so I know people who may not, they kind of may be skeptical. I'm not saying he's not going to have a bad game. Every quarterback is going to have a bad game. You know what? I'm going to pick some today. Baker Mayfield had 3 picks, and they still had 51 points.
Dang.
Still had 51 points. Now, I'm not saying 3 picks is great, but I'm just saying a quarterback can have a bad game, but how do they rebound in that game matters, right? So what you're saying with Caleb is the game is slowing down. That's why he can make that fadeaway throw in the end zone. He looked and saw Komet up the field in the end zone. And just to thread that ball to Kenneth Allen is because he's starting to see that stuff. Where a couple of games, first 2 games, we was like, man, he want the home run ball too much. Now we like, man, he's seeing that little 10-yard stuff, the 8-yard stuff, the quick stuff. That interception was only because he put too much air under the ball. Other than that, that was the correct read.
And I'm still saying that. I'm like, okay, this kid, he don't want to run. He wants to throw the football. It gets to a point where you're like, okay, Caleb, let's run the football or throw it out of bounds. But I'm not mad at that because you're still seeing the progress. You're still seeing the progress, man. And this guy get up to the line. I'm just so enamored with this kid getting up to the line, calling out protections, changing plays. You don't see this from rookies. You don't see this. And I just want everybody to understand, if you know the game of football, this kid is special, man. And I want y'all to recognize it. This kid is special.
Well, Jay, when you think about it, I'm mirroring exactly what you're saying. So Trevor Lawrence was the quarterback he went against, was a number one draft choice a couple of years back. And everybody anointed him as generational and the golden boy and one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Which quarterback would you rather have based on what you saw today? Trevor Lawrence couldn't hit wide open wide receivers. He wasn't able to do pretty much anything. Also, I want to take a hats off to somebody that we really don't give a whole lot of credit to most of the time. Eberflus did a really good job with game management today. So he was able to control the clock in the first half. He was able to get the score right before halftime. And at the end of the game, he made all of the right choices. Also, I saw really good things that a lot of times people don't pay attention to relative to development. I saw Karan Amagaje, the offensive lineman. He actually got the game. They were able to get some cycles for Doug Kramer. You saw a couple of backup DBs. Blackwell gets a pick. Hicks gets out there, makes a pass breakup. So you're seeing where the entire whole of the Bears is starting to get better at the same time. That's going to show us some real dividends. What you got, Jay?
It's the depth of the team. Like Ryan Poles said at the beginning of the year, it's like it's going to be hard to make this team. The guys that has made this team has stepped up. Guys like you said, like Josh Blackwell. Brisker didn't play today. Elijah Hicks played for him. Gordon went out. Blackwell came in. It's so many factors that comes with building a team. Not just like, okay, my all 22 is good, but after that, I ain't got nobody. So we want 44 players to be able to play if somebody get hurt. The other 3, we'll worry about that later. But if I got 44 players, 22 on offense and 22 on defense, if I got 44 players that can come in and play ball, then I'm good. And that's what the Bears showed today, especially on defense. That defensive secondary is a monster, man. It's a monster. Hats off to y'all. Hats off to y'all. Hats off to y'all. Craig, hats off to y'all. I gotta give y'all kudos. I'm gonna give y'all flowers.
Play with that no ball.
I'm gonna give y'all flowers.
You don't get to call that wide receiver holding no ball.
The defense has been something special. Getting them into short fields whenever needed. Great thing is offense has capitalized on into those turnovers. And even special teams, if you look at that play, I think it was the last play that played where the guy stripped them on a kickoff return, but it ended up not being a fumble, but still, that actually still all affects the other team because now guys are running and they covering the ball up, right? Because they may just go down easier because they like, I don't want to, because you go back even to Peanut Tillman, right? How many guys at the Wild just went down because they didn't want Peanut to punch the ball out? You only got one more yard to go on that catch for a first, but you'd rather go down because you like, but Peanut ain't going to punch the ball out on me at least, right? I'm not going to get no fumble. But anyway, talking about the Bears offense as well, they're clicking on all cylinders. And I'm going to say this, and I know some people going to kind of like throw a little hate and shade at me. The Bears may have to start next season looking at a field goal kicker. I'm just saying the guy suck or nothing. I'm just saying they may have to start looking at somebody. Santos missed the extra point last week. He missed a field goal today. He's kicking the ball several times this year, short of the end zone, that have gotten great returns. I ain't saying they got to replace him. I'm just saying they may just have to look at some guys because I'm telling you, when kickers start trending the other way, that's when you know. When you miss an extra point last year, he missed about 4 extra points in 3 straight games. 2 in one game. It might have been 5, but he missed 2 in one game, and the next game. And so I'm just putting that out there.
But you know what I'm saying? But my counter to that is, if that's what we got to worry about, that's at least our worry.
Tell you what, Bernard, this opportunity to go ahead and mention something that I took note of this week. A couple of weeks ago, me and Quick got in an argument about the defense, and I was talking about the defense was doing really well, and they are. But in that, that made me look at them a little bit harder. And one of the weaknesses of our defense has been we've been giving up big gash plays to every running back we played against. So at the end of that, you ended up seeing every running back that we played against got about almost 4 or 5 yards of carry. Today, they actually showed up and got much better with that as well. And we were able to control the entire offset of the game. So Quick wasn't wrong, but, we still had...
I'm never wrong, man. What are you talking about, man?
85%
Never wrong. Never, ever wrong, man. Hey, even my boy Judah Tribe got to see Bajan come in today, man. That's a good guy. Bajan did what he do best. Get on your knees, son. No diddy. Take that knee. Put that baby oil up before you go out there. Hey, it was a good day for everybody, man. Hey, Bajan got in the game. It spread the ball around. But I'm always going to be critical of the defense because playing that Tampa 2 zone, it's just like sometimes we got too many free guys running around, and that means somebody gets in their assignment. So, we just, either when you're missing your zone reads, that means you're paying attention too much to the quarterback and not paying attention to where the guys are going.
Right.
So you get stuck in.
Yeah, because that touchdown that they got, that first touchdown, that was strictly a breakdown by Elijah Hicks because Jalen Johnson
passed him off
to the zone and passed him off, and Elijah Hicks that's standing in the end zone with like a 5-yard cushion, like, oh, that my guy, right? And by the time he finally reacted, the ball was already there. So yeah, you're right. You got to tighten up those zones. I also want to point out offense to also improvement is I want to make sure we mention is DeAndre Swift running the ball and catching the ball has improved a lot. Today's game, he had 91 yards rushing and 28 yards in the passing game. Great execution. The only thing I have about DeAndre sometimes is, dude, stop shuffling your feet in the open field when nobody is near you. You doing this and the guy's 5 yards away. That's a waste of motion. You could have gotten 2 or 3 yards. You got to carry that shuffle all the way up to that guy's chest almost. That's the only knock I got on him sometimes. Like, why are you shuffling your feet and the defender is not even close to you? But you got quick.
We had a guy that used to do that here. He wore number 34. Walter Payton used to do that all the time.
He sure did.
Walter would be shuffling stuff. He's setting up his next move, and he's waiting on you to commit to a move. And you sitting there like, you first. And he like, no, you first. And they just doing the you first. And I watched him after somebody said that today. And he's trying to set up the next move because I don't know if y'all saw the video of him working out in the summer when they was doing the fast cut drills. And so sometimes those guys are just waiting to set up that next move, and they're waiting on you to overcommit so they can make that move or make a spin or whatever. And so it kind of drags and drags and drags. But I said for the past couple of weeks, you got to keep feeding this guy. Because now when you feed him, he gets involved into the game. And when he gets involved into the game, all right, I know last time when I ran that way, that dude came here. I could beat him out here to this spot or whatever. You can't get into a flow of the game when you constantly being shuffled in and out. He should be getting about 20 carries a game.
Hey, Mike Patterson, don't compare his Swift dance to sweetness.
He said, please don't compare Swift to sweet. I mean, it's not a comparison.
I'm comparing the footwork, man. It's like,
also, Sweetness actually didn't have breakaway speed. I do want to point this out. So when he sometimes shuffle, he said he was creating the illusion that he was slowing up to make the defender slow up so he could get in gear to the outside. So he said that's why he did the little shuffling. Because if you think about Peyton, sometimes got chased down in open field, and pulled down from the back because you didn't have that horse collar back then, right? But what you got, Jay?
In front of him, he run him over. So
yeah.
Yeah. It's just a great win overall, man. Just to be able to go into your bye week and beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. That's my biggest thing right now. That's the only thing I'm focused on right now. Like, okay, the Bears won today. We 4-2 going into a bye week. A lot of people thought we should have been 3-3. Or a lot of people thought we could have been 5-1. I looked at the schedule like we actually could have been 6-0 if we had that offensive momentum. But with a rookie quarterback, we trending forward, and the things that Caleb doing right now, man, it's unprecedented. It's unprecedented, and I'll take it.
Yeah, the problem with if we had been 5-1 or 6-0 or whatever, that would have been a Pyrrhic victory. So we'd have thought we were a whole lot better than
what we actually thought we were. Yes, absolutely.
Hardships of Shane Waldron not calling the first 15 plays. First of all, I thought that was criminal, and I can see why we.
No.
No, what you got, Jack?
I'm sorry, Keith.
Okay.
I have always thought that people talk about teams just script their first 15. To me, I think that's BS. Okay. Scripting your first 15 plays, to me, I think is BS. I feel like you start the game, you get in a rhythm. Whether you call your first, second, third, or fourth play, and it's working, don't look at the play sheet. Okay, this play's 5, so we finna. No. So I was actually happy to hear that. You go with the ebb and flow of the game, which I've always said to y'all. Matt Nagy's whole thing was like, I'm just gonna throw darts at the wall. I'm gonna see what happens. You go with a flow. Don't get into this is first play, we're gonna run this. This is second play, we're gonna run this. What if it's 3rd and 13? What if it's 2nd and 13 on your second play? Do your play sheet actually has a play in your first 15 plays that's gonna be a play where you can actually gain a first down on 2nd and 13?
Well,
hand the ball to Swift.
Jay, because Shane Waldron is a new coach, just came to the team, did not know the personnel. So a lot of times, instead of trying to establish an identity, he would just throw out plays where he didn't really give it a whole lot of thought who's on the field. So as a result, we ended up having 6 or 7 plays in a row, it seemed like, of screens. And a lot of times we'd have running backs trying to get them to run the ball that weren't straightforward runners. Now we have a team where you can get Swift, his identity is a slasher, and then you follow up with Roschon Johnson to be able to get the tough yards. So if nothing else, he has a much better idea of who's on the team and what their skills are. That's my only argument as far as him scripting the plays. Let's try to get some kind of idea so the rest of the team we can practice all week and have some idea about what plays we're calling.
Plank.
I thought was, go ahead quick. I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to let him know that you do know Shane Waldron's play sheet is in Braille, right? Because sometimes his ass can't see what game he's supposed to be playing. I believe that play sheet in Braille, man. Oh, go ahead, Nutty. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say that that's one of the improvements I saw with the Bears offense is sticking with a consistent personnel. I thought the first 2 games they were trying to play too many people. You was playing 4 running backs. You was like trying to force plays into certain players. Now what they've done, they pretty much stuck with DeAndre Swift. they've actually finally established an identity on the goal line, right? We're going to bring Doug Kramer in, and we might bring Johnson in, but we're going to bring Doug Kramer in, and we just going to run right at you, right? So you establish that we're going to power in on the end zone. You establish that DeAndre Swift is your main running back. It's not the other, what was the other guy they was bringing? He got injured.
Travis Homer.
They're bringing in Travis Homer and everybody. I think now, too, they're allowing Caleb to identify who's open, right? Even though you have what you're reading, right? You're reading 1, 2, 3, or you're reading left to right, whatever the way you call it. But he's working through his progressions versus just trying to just target a guy. Because I thought also that they was making too much emphasis on trying to target DJ. And now, let GJ work into the flow of the offense because he's going to have his games. Everybody's going to have their game, and you just have to play through it. So Shane has improved through that and became a coach of the offense versus a guy that was just there holding the pad.
Well, initially, his biggest mistake was he wasn't putting Cole Kmet out there on the field in a position to do what he's been doing for us. Like a quick say, this dude's been 7-11 since he got here. So you can see the difference in the offense with Cole Kmet being a target versus they were trying to use him as a blocker, having him block defensive ends. Man, that's not going to go well for us. It's just not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, we got a couple of comments out there. Mike Patterson, we needed scripted plays. We look lost early games. We play real teams, can't afford to fall behind. Let's see. Rob has, hold on, I was part of an earlier comment. We definitely
finally picking the right personnel.
Right.
And the formations completely agree. And also we should become experts in the jumbo package. And
good point.
I do want to stress on that jumbo package. Me and Quick was going back and forth on this. But when they took that shot to DJ Moore, when he threw the interception, I was sitting on my couch like, throw it to DJ, throw it to DJ. They got Kramer in the game. They're looking at this, throw it to DJ. He just underthrew the football.
Yeah.
These are the challenges and the growth that I'm seeing with Shane Waldron, man. Trust me, y'all.
I don't really think so.
I'm starting to sound like Doc. I'm starting to sound like Doc, though. I'm starting to sound like Doc. I'm telling y'all, trust me, this thing, by the time we get to where we need to be hitting our stride, which is week 10 or 11, I think it is, when we finally finna start hitting that divisional piece, this offense is going to be clicking. It's going to be clicking.
The only thing I was talking about was the Bears' tendencies to go deep on third and short and throw the ball to DJ Moore. You ain't got to be a rocket science to know that. Everybody else can. In that one particular route, it was a one-man route.
It was a one-man route. Yep.
The only person that was going out was DJ. But when they take their shot down the field, it's usually on third down and it's usually third and short. And they try to do that play action where they trying to sneak somebody out. They really, DJ was open, but it was somebody that was there to close in at the same time. So when you start talking about tendencies, it's just like if I'm playing, okay, they usually try to hit DJ on the third and short. You could change it up and go, I'd rather see you do it on second down if you're gonna take a shot, because then now you can still come back and get the 1 yard. That's what I'm saying. Just, you got to change up your tendencies, and people fall victim of habit and what they do.
Yeah, I do want to mention this about Caleb Williams, and we could get some grades.
That's why I was good, Jay. No. Go ahead.
In game three, Caleb completed 73.9% of his pass against game 3. Game 4, Caleb completed 69% of his passes, and I did the math when you kind of hit that drop, uncharacteristic drop by DJ, it would have been 72%. I'm sorry, that's game 4 was the first one. Game 5 was the 69%. Game 6, Caleb completed 79. Was it today?
Yep.
79.3% of his pass. if you don't see the progress in that, then you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. You have a quarterback who's in the last 3 games completed over 65% of his passes and thrown for over, if I can do the math in my head, almost 700 yards. Almost 700 yards because he had 3.
And it might be a little bit more. It might be a little bit more than 7.
What'd you say, Jay?
It might be a little bit more than 7.
It might be a little bit more.
You know, he threw an interception today, and that was the first interception since what, week 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I digress, man. I digress. This kid is special, and people just don't. I don't know for what reason why people just don't want to accept this. This is what the Bears fans, not me in particular, because it's a passing league. This is what Bears fans has been starving for. And it's like, it's happening and they don't want to accept it. It's like, this is what y'all want. This is what y'all talking about. It's a passing league. It's a passing league. We need a quarterback that's going to throw. If the Bears win every game 10-6, I'm satisfied. But Bears fans want this passing league. And this is what it's become. And you have the guy to do it. And y'all still ain't satisfied. I don't get it. But again, I digress.
There's so many Bears fans out here. And so many Bears fans out here that want the Bears to lose just to prove that this was the wrong decision.
Yep.
They over there praying. They got voodoo dolls and everything. sticking little dolls with pins and all type of stuff. Then the Bears win. They come back. Oh, they ain't play nobody.
They ain't play nobody.
They ain't play nobody. No.
Bernard, put that up. I just saw some. I just saw some. Daniels versus Kevin. It turned out to be another Clark versus.
Let me ask you a question. Hey, Jay.
Yep.
Who's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL?
Dak Prescott.
Patrick Mahomes. Sorry, Dak Prescott.
It's Dak.
Just got blew out. Did he just get blew out?
Spanked on TV.
Did he just get blew out?
He got taken to the backwoods shed, man.
Yep. With a paddle. In the cut.
I think this is the first time ever, and since we'd had this show for 5 years, I'm about to give a grade to Chicago Bears offense I have never gave before.
I've never given.
A+.
I never.
I gave A+. I actually said the Bears was going to win this game 35-18. Actually, that was my score, 35-18.
Yeah, you did.
It was 35-16.
What
you got any grades?
A+ for me. A+ for me.
Offense, I'm giving them an A.
You got an A?
A is good enough as far as I'm concerned.
Man,
good job.
What is wrong with y'all, man?
What's wrong with it? An A?
We got a rookie quarterback. The dude throws for 4 touchdowns, and y'all giving out A's. I'm giving an F. Put the F up there, Nutty. I want the F to be seen because the F stands for what the
I got it. What the you want? We do that. What the?
The F stands for finally.
Finally.
We get to see some guys scoring touchdowns around here. Finally, we believe that we have the guy that can pass the ball. Not taking no credit away from nobody. You can love whatever player you want to love. But for our football team, we needed to go in a different direction to get something done. My grade is a F for what the do you want? What else do you want him to do, man? God dang it. All right, I'm done.
There you go.
Oh, man. You know what? Let's go over to the defense for the grades. the defense I thought played well. Who want to give a grade first? You know what? I'm
A plus.
gonna give
A
defense
plus.
You got
A+.
A plus, Jay?
I'm giving everybody, offense, defense, special teams, and coaching. They all getting an A+ for me because even Eberflus today showed up as a coach and made some decisions that was like, okay, you know what? This dude is actually kind of settling down in his role. Because again, this is the first time head coach. You know, I said he should have been fired with everybody else last year, but they kept him. I'm giving everybody an A+ today because this team showed up. They showed up and they were prepared. They were prepared. Like I said, I think the Bears had maybe 3 penalties today. They were prepared. He called timeouts at appropriate times.
Yeah.
A+ overall for me.
Yeah, I get a defense an A+ too as I think about it because that last touchdown was just garbage time touchdown. So you effectively held the team to what that would have been
10 points.
10 points.
10 points.
You effectively held the team to 10 points with having players that were out of the game and players went down in the game, and you still held them to 10 points. That's not easy in the NFL to hold a team to 10 points. I don't care how bad we think a team is. Holding a team to 10 points is just not easy.
It's the NFL.
You can have a fluke that happen and they end up with some points, you know.
You're right. Well, my grade for the defense today is an A. 4 sacks, an interception, 2 fumbles, held the other team to 16 points. And even the announcers had to say, this is the 10th game in a row where they've held the team under 21 points. Again, we look at that medium. What's the average score in the NFL? 21.6 a game. If you hold below that, you're playing good defense and your team has an opportunity to win. So the Bears are doing that. I thought they did a great job. I'm sorry. What you got?
But Mike Patterson, I was just looking at a comment. Mike Patterson, they gave up a long run, but overall, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt the team. So you have to me, I look at it as an overall thing. Yeah. Santos, they gave up a long run on special teams. They gave up a long run on special teams, but it didn't hurt the team overall. So that's how I look at it. But
also your long snapper and was able to still get the job done. So stop that.
Well, hey, let me give my grade. Let me go back to Plank. So Nutty's giving an A+, Jay's giving an A+, and Plank. Well, no. Jay gave the Oprah grade. You get an A.
Absolutely.
I'm looking under my seat to see if there's something under there. And then Plank comes back and gives this little funky A with no pluses on there. So now we got to average it out.
Right. Now we got to grade on the curve. Now we got to grade on the curve. Now we got to grade on the curve.
Hey, I think Plank be great when his glasses are fogged up or something. I don't know what the hell is going on. But now I got to give A++ to average it out, you know.
Do you?
Now look. Now think about this. There was another potential turnover that the guy, they didn't call it a catch. Remember that one? That would have been another turnover. Yeah, I mean, we are straight getting the ball out. The ball is coming out, man. So that would have been another turnover. So I got to give A. I don't know if you got that one, Nutty, with A++. But I got to give an A++ now because Plank didn't give a plus, man. What's going on right here? Hey, y'all remember on Sesame Street when one of these kids was doing
their own thing?
Now it's time to say his name. It's time to say his name. What in the hell, man? Man.
Hey, I'm
my gym teacher.
I'm gonna go to special teams, and I'm gonna point out. I know Mike Patterson and Rob pointed it out. Who's watching on YouTube? The Bears did have a missed field goal. The Bears gave up some long yardage. The Bears even had a false start on the opening kickoff by the special team. So even with all that said, I'm just pointing that out because those become problems later on in the close game. Those are problems. Yeah. But even with all that said, I give special teams an A.
And you also have to remember too, the long snapper got hurt, so Cole Kmet was doing double duty. How you catch a touchdown? Now I got to go snap the ball. Come on, man. Do I get a getaway? Do I get a getaway? You know what I'm saying? Man, A plus overall.
A+, okay.
All of it.
Your brother Chris gave special teams a C-.
Yeah, me and him gonna talk real soon. We gonna talk real. I'm gonna wait till I get the finish to talk to him, cause he still ain't convinced. He still ain't convinced about the Caleb Williams thing. Hey. So I'll talk to him when I get the finish in a couple of weeks.
We talking about special teams though, and Bernard just gave all the reasons why they should not have an A.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So ain't no damn way I'm giving them an A.
I am.
Ain't no way.
Come on, Tuffy.
you don't get no A, and you just listed everything. You know what? Hey, Bears Banter fans, we gotta, we're gonna put some criteria on the Facebook page on how you can grade. I'm gonna start at a C and work from there on all that. Man, y'all just letting the kid you just signing the kids' eligibility sheet just to let them play.
But again, my thing is special teams didn't hurt the Bears today. So,
they can in the future though.
Somebody, I ain't talking about the future. I'm talking about today. And not only that, I think Plank mentioned Torrey Taylor.
Why did they get an
because they didn't hurt the team today. And like you said, Torrey Taylor took the field, what you say, 61 point something?
That's why they didn't get an F.
All right, I digress.
Y'all
know me. I'll be the first to digress because I look at it from a different lens. So y'all can say what y'all want to. I give them
big run. I mean,
doesn't matter. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt the team because guess what? The defense had an A+ today. So whatever the special teams didn't do, they made it an effort to have an A+. I digress. Go ahead.
Let Plank give a grade. I need a drink.
They gave up, took the score down. Also, the blocked field goal that took the score down. That gave them the B-. I thought special teams. The difference is the punter. That dude flipped the field. That's the only reason they even got into B territory. Strangely enough, today was one of those games that that Caleb Williams was talking about when Taylor got drafted. You ain't gonna need to punt today.
You ain't gonna need to punt.
He needed to punt twice, and he came through when he did it. And again, you gotta put your hats off to Cole Kmet for stepping up in the middle, doing double duty, and being a long snapper. That's something that he probably practices a couple times a week at most, but he was able to do it in a real game. So B- is special team grade.
And he actually had a couple of high snaps. That Torrey Taylor pulled down and was able to make
at a grade. So there you go. You're right.
It wasn't on that field goal that Santos missed though.
I digress.
Well, and Santos kept kicking the ball short in order to get a return. When the last time y'all seen that many returns in an NFL game? Usually the kicker just kick it out the end zone. Santos didn't do that, which is cause for some concern from my perspective.
I was trying to be liberal because y'all know earlier I was saying that you may have to start looking at it, guys. See, y'all may be changed by grade.
See, we just can't.
Think about it. That grade really is a B- at best, and because you're right. I'm telling you, if you keep kicking that ball short, somebody's gonna run one back on you. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Somebody gonna run back one on you, and you can't keep kicking the ball short, and you missing field goals and extra points, and it ain't even windy outside yet.
Wait, hey, look, he kicking his field goal short too. Man.
Yeah, that one it barely made it today. The one he made one today. It barely made it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, there ain't no 8 performance from special teams, man.
No.
Heck no.
Now, I was giving them a little bit more credit because of that strip. A couple of plays like that where they got the strip, but that's I thought
y'all splitting hairs. Y'all splitting hairs.
Right.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to talk about the strip. Then y'all want to talk about he kicked it too short. Then y'all want to talk about this. Hey, call a spade a spade.
Hey, you got 1 right out of 5. You don't get no 8. You got 1 question right on the test out of 5. And you want an 8. Come on, man. You can't do that, man. You ain't doing that.
Like I said, I digress.
Oh no, 2 out of 5. I'm sorry, that's still not an 8. That's around a D or C because of Tory Taylor. We got the strip. We got the Tory Taylor flipping on the field. Now what else was positive? Let's go from there.
You had Cole Kmet doing double duty, so that's 3 out of 5. I'll take that. That's his job. I'm the starting tight end, and now that's my job.
They say he snap every Thursday. He practices every Thursday.
I saw Big Bro said that. He's like he practice snaps every Thursday, but doesn't matter. Like I said again, the Bears 4-2 going to a bye week, man. Let's get all back to the seriousness. We having fun, but guess what? The Bears are 4-2 going into the bye week with Washington coming up in Washington, which is going to be the number 1 quarterback versus the number 2 quarterback. And I know it's going to lead to a whole lot of speculation coming up to that week. I'm looking forward to it. Because I still say the bottom line is we got the guy.
Yeah, I think we got the guy. Hey, let's give grades to the coaches today. I'm going to have to get the coaches an A. Today, I thought they called a good game defensively and offensively. Anybody else got any coaches for the grades for the coaches?
A+.
Oh my God!
I give Eberflus head coach an A. He did a good job with game management. I give him also an A for defense. The defensive coach. There's no way I don't get an offensive coach an A. So I think all the coaches get an A.
Okay.
All right. I get an offensive coach an A.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive coach an A. Special teams coach, he give it the special teams game. Let's see. You need to coach better. Man, false start. Guys, false starting on kickoff. And you ain't even supposed to move to the dumb ball. Where you going? Like that's a dumb penalty, man. You look, the ball be in the air and they be looking back at you.
I'm mad, man. Y'all just made me miss my girl. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night.
we gonna wrap up, Jay. But I think the game, the Bears get another victory today, 35-16, and it's positive to see the Bears take home these victories. We just sat through 4 years of frustrating games to watch. And after this bye week, you both quarterbacks should be having a chip on their shoulder. One guy probably feeling like I should have been drafted number 1, and the other guy want to prove that no, you feel exactly where you should have been. So I want to see that showdown, and I want to say with the Bears, I want the Bears as a team to show we got the right guy and force Jaden Daniels into some uncharacteristic errors because the Bears defense have been playing lights out, and I think the Ravens kind of, showed a little chink in his armor today.
Yes, indeed. I know we got a pregame. We got a bye week. We got a pregame coming up for this Washington game, but I'm gonna tell y'all, I specifically was so glad that the Bears played early. So I was able to watch these Ravens and watch the game, and I see some tendencies with Jaden Daniels, and I'm just like, okay, this is what they're doing. Yeah, I think the Bears be ready.
30-23. Wasn't it 30-23?
Say it again.
The score was 30-23, so it wasn't like they blew the young man out.
No.
Well,
No, they came back in the end playing.
That was garbage time stuff, bro. That was garbage time stuff.
They came back to make it closer than what it was. But
because the Ravens.
Okay.
Now I see, like, okay, and I meant to do this, but I'll do it for the pregame because people was talking about, well, Jay Daniels, he's 4-1, and they did this, but who did he play? Who did he play?
Right.
Who did he play? He played a team today because I do believe, coming from recollection, and forgive me because I'm getting old, but come from recollection, the teams that he played against in that first 5 weeks had 2 victories. So when you play a team, just like people talking about with Caleb Williams, well, he played such and such, he played such and such. Everybody want to compare, but they still not saying, well, Caleb Williams played this and Jaden Daniels played this. They're not saying that. I just want an even playing field. Because I'm convinced. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
So
I think every game they won, not to diminish their victories either, but every team they played at the time that they played them only had 1 victory. So even when they got to the team that was game 5, that was a team that was 1-4. When they played the team at the game 4, that was the team that was 1-3. You know, ironically, everything that fell their way like that. So I really can't tell, right?
I'm looking at some different stats here. The Bears have given up 2 passing TDs for the entire season.
Ooh.
The Commanders have given up 11.
I like our chances.
Save it, Doc. Save it for the pregame. Doc.
You know, I usually do. I'll be out on football, but on the flip side, the Commanders have only given up 3 rushing TDs, and we've only given up 6. But you know, hey, we are. It's gonna be an interesting.
But again, Doc. Are we a running team or are we a passing team right now?
We're going to throw that mofo.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we've only given up 2 passing TDs for the entire season.
You know what? Let's get ready, close out, and I know we're gonna have the 2-minute drill. I think this Thursday on quarterback performance. But I want to say this about the Chicago Bears. I'm happy that we may have that guy where other teams say, man, we got to play that mofo this week. Man.
Yeah. You're going to have to get in the film room.
We finally got the guy, man. I'm telling people, I said it, I said it before the draft. I'm like, we got the number 1 pick. This guy is special. This kid is special, man. And if people don't see it, people like, oh, he running around the pocket. He's doing pirouette. He's doing this. He's looking to throw the ball first because guess what? If he wind up getting that ball off 9 times out of 10, as y'all have seen, it's going to be a chunk play. He ain't going to run around and throw the ball. It's going to be 2 yards. No. If he run around and hold that ball and finally get a playoff, it's going to be a chunk play. I wanted to count, I believe it was 5 or 6 plays today where the Bears had plays over 18 yards or more. Those are chunk plays. That's what you need in this passing league that y'all call the NFL right now.
Okay. Hey, let's put something else on this too before we break. Ain't this the first time that Montez Sweat will be going back to Washington?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Daddy for your mother. I think it's gonna get a little nasty because he wasn't real happy with that trade at first. Okay, I quit. I'm done.
Okay. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in today, and please hit the subscribe button if you're watching us out on YouTube. And we're only 9 subscribers away from 800 subscribers on YouTube. Until
Y'all
next
come on.
time, peace.
Y'all come on now. Peace.